Hello and good morning, everybody. I've made myself coffee, like I was meant to do yesterday. And we're gonna continue on today. Riku has 6 pages that we could get through. So I'm gonna have to really go right through this because of how many there are. But we decided yesterday, well, I decided yesterday, that we would start by reading Riku's story at the bottom. It seems like a really like better thing to do because of the because all the pages go left to right, and the story continues onto each page. So you'll see exactly what I'm talking about because we did it in Sora's section as well. But let's start on Riku's character. So, Riku, Sora's best friend, and this is the story I was talking about. I have it set on each page, so we just continue reading the childhood friend for Riku's story. But yeah, I've made myself coffee. That is going to be the best part of my morning right now. And yeah, let's get right to it. Riku's story, the childhood friend. To tell you the truth, Sora, I was jealous of you. When did I start harboring that feeling? I thought about this as I sat next to Sora on the dark margin. When was this, actually? Was it when Sora became a hero of the Keyblade? Or did I feel that way when we were still on the islands from the time when we were kids? There's nothing strange about me thinking I'm higher on the totem pole than Sora. After all, an age difference of a year was huge when we were kids. And I used to act like Sora's big brother and take him places. When did that change? We defeated Xemnas, but the darkness was deep here. The realm of darkness where we could have defeated thousands of Heartless and they'd still keep coming. My strength nearly spent, I fell on my knees. Riku, Sora, help me up. Sora, I can't. It was difficult to breathe. I felt like I couldn't walk anymore. Don't say another word. It's not over. It's just not. He put my arm over his shoulders and stood. Sora never gives up at a time like this. How can you say that? Even if we go on like we where we are. Oh, this is the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. I think. I think that's the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 is. Sorry. I felt like that was a level-headed conclusion, but Sora smiled and looked ahead of us. Oh, come on, Riku. You've been hanging out in the darkness too long. You gotta try and think positive. Yeah, sorry. He started to walk. My footsteps were heavy as I leaned on him. I can't walk anymore. I didn't want to walk anymore, I thought. Sora. Hearing his name, Sora examined my expression with a smile on his face. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just still waking up. When he had when he made a face like that in a situation like this, I had no choice but to do what he wanted. I lifted my head like Sora and gazed ahead into the darkness. You lead. Got it. He nodded, pulling me along as he walked. How far would this darkness go? I walked a lot of dark paths. Jesus Christ. But this might have been the first one that didn't have a way out. But even on a path like this, Sora kept walking. You know, I spoke up, and Sora looked at me again. He had a pained expression on his face, and seeing this made my chest tighten. I told him something I'd never spoken of before. It was like a repentant confession. I always figured I was better at stuff than you. Yeah, my fault. I was just right into it. This was the next page I was reading. My fault. Sorry about that. And this is the page I'm on currently. Yeah, that was an accident. My fault. Really? But Sora's reaction wasn't that what I expected. His reply made it sound like I didn't matter to him at all. Are you mad? The question came out of me, and Sora stopped. No, I kinda always thought you were better at everything too. Uh, ah. It was probably natural for him to think that way. After all, I'm just a little bit older than him. But I was proud of such a natural thing. Then Sora looked up and stared at something straight ahead. Riku, look. What's that light? I also looked up. A faint but inviting light was visible from far away. We mustered the last of our strength and started walking towards it. However, the light wasn't an exit. It resembled the dim glow of a moon floating above the gloomy beach. Jesus Christ. Here we could hear the sound of waves, which reminded me of our island. But the place was otherwise enveloped in silence. End of the road. Yep. Sora quietly nodded in response to my remark. Put me down, I could walk. At this, he released my arm, and I stood up on the sandy beach. As Sora took a step towards the water's edge, I watched him from behind. No exit was in sight. Even from behind him, I could sense Sora's fatigue. You know... Oh, hold on. I was really into reading it. My fault. You know, maybe the darkness has gotten to me too, Sora murmured. Maybe he too had begun to give up on the idea of leaving this place. Sorry. The thought of that made me feel a little dizzy. I fell to my knees on the beach and then just collapsed. I couldn't move anymore. Riku! Sora rushed over and helped me up. This world is perfect for me. If this is what the world really is, just this, then maybe I should fade back into darkness. Riku, if the world is made of light and darkness, we'll be the darkness. So stretched his legs out and sat beside me. Yeah, the other side. The realm of light is safe now. Kyrie, the king, and the others are there. Did I already? I did, yeah. Sorry. That's what I mean. Hey, Sora, could you help me? I want to get down to the water. Whoops. Sora gave a small nod, but put my arm over his shoulder again and helped me stand. We walked slowly toward the water's edge. My feet felt as stiff as posts. At least the waves sound the same. I found myself murmuring. Maybe it wasn't terrible to end up in a place like this that reminded me of our home. I continued the conversation from earlier. What I said back there about thinking I was better than you. Next page. And then after this page is the last page before we start on Riku's other stuff. Alright. Sora responded as he gazed at the sea. To tell you the truth, Sora, I was jealous of you. When I said this, he finally looked at me. What for? I thought for just a brief moment. Then I opened my mouth to speak. This was my repentance. The reason I fell into darkness was because of my jealousy of Sora. But it wasn't his fault. It happened simply because I was weak. I wished I could live life the way you do, just following my heart. After I said this, Sora gazed at the horizon as he responded, Yeah, well, I've got my share of problems too. Like what? I smiled just a little as I listened to him. Like wanting to be like you. This saddened me a bit, and I replied with the most cheerful voice I could muster. Well, there is one advantage to being me. Something you could never imitate. Really? What's that? Having you as a friend. For a moment, Sora looked astonished, and then he took a small breath. Then I guess I'm okay with the way I am. I've got something you could never imitate too. He smiled and he replied, and looked at the horizon. The dim moon floating in the sky at the world's end. Each of us had things that only we could do. Our hearts were both filled with the same kind of happiness. I was glad to be Sora's friend. Light. I reflexively narrowed my eyes at the light shining like the morning sun before us. The door to light. We'll go together. Sora stood up, held his hand out to me. Yeah, I answered, and the two of us began to walk. Oh man. Yeah, that was the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, I realized a little bit too late into the reading. Alright, So, this is Riku's Keyblade, Braveheart. Braveheart. The new Keyblade Merlin gives to Riku after he loses way to the dawn. The shape is quite different from other Keyblades, but it's still a key that cuts through the darkness in his path. Alright, so let's adjust this perfectly. Just all the pages so I can just go back to them. Quick succession, continue on. Where we were. At Riku's first page. Here we go. Alright. Now to read the rest of this. Riku, a young man who can turn even the darkness into power to protect and support those important to him. Alright, Kingdom Hearts 1, Riku, and Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days. Riku. Sora and Kairi's best friend from childhood. After Destiny Islands is engulfed in darkness, Riku's complex feelings towards Sora and his impatience to save Kairi have taken advantage, or are taken advantage of, and Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, possesses his body. It's because of him that the path to Kingdom Hearts of Worlds Hearts is opened. But in the end, he and Sora close it together. So, we have Riku from Destiny Island and his outfit near the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 that says, Riku clad in the power of darkness. That's a cute dog. Alright. And now for the Riku from 358 by 2 days. He fools Organization 13 with the black coat Diz gives him. The reason for the blindfold is because he's deceiving his own heart to act as an inhabitant of the realm of darkness. Oh, that's the reason. Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, that's cool. Alright, and his appearances are in the same games as Sora. So, I don't have to repeat all those. Let's see. Should I do Dream Drop Distance or Kingdom Hearts 2? Because Dream Drop Distance, he looks like the younger version of himself. I don't remember. Okay, Dream Drop Distance is later. Cool. So, Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku. Riku takes the form of Ansem as the price for using the power of darkness. When he returns to his original form, he joins forces with Sora and triumphs against Xemnas. Dream Drop Distance Riku. In the Mark of Mastery exam, Riku tackles with Sora. He unconsciously protects his friend from nightmares. He rescues Sora, and his knowledge... Hold on. acknowledged is acknowledged as Keyblade Master. God damn it. What the hell? Alright, so Keyblade, no, not Keyblade. Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku. There we go. Riku heads for the Realm of Darkness along with King Mickey to look for Aqua. When the Demon Tower attacks them, they're rescued by Riku Replica, and Riku later realizes the replica is dwelling within him. Next page. Record of Riku's journey. To protect the things that matter, like my friends. As a child, Riku visited Destiny Islands from the main island when he meets Terra, who came from another world. Riku says he wants to get strong, so Terra has him hold his own Keyblade and tells him that if he has the makings of Keyblade wielder, he'll one day find his way to Terra again. That was Birth by Sleep. This is Kingdom Hearts 1. The heartless obey me now, Sora. Now I have nothing to fear. When a door to darkness opens in Destiny Island, Riku jumps from there to the outside world. Jesus Christ. He becomes separated from Sora and Kairi and meets Maleficent, whom he begins to work with. In Hollow Bastion, he reunites with Sora, who is chosen by the Keyblade. Because of his feelings of rivalry towards Sora, he's receptive to Maleficent's smooth talking and gradually begins to walk down the path of darkness. These next two at the top are still Kingdom Hearts 1. Sorry, your part's over now. After obtaining the power of darkness, Riku tells Sora there can't be two Keyblade Masters, and ultimately takes Sora's Keyblade from him. You're saying my heart's weaker than his? Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, takes advantage of Sora beating Riku and possesses Riku's body. This one is Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. What do I do? So, what do I do? Riku's heart separated from his body and wandered in the realm of darkness, but King Mickey's voice guided him toward the door to darkness. Maybe you're here for the same reason I am. Maybe it was fate. Okay, that is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Point 2. This little sentence. Unbeknownst to Riku, Aqua protects him from the demon tide, which is crazy. Alright, Kingdom Hearts 1. Take care of her. With Ansem's annihilation, Riku gets his body back, but he closes the door to Kingdom Hearts from the Realm of Darkness side, and remains there with King Mickey. Alright. This one starts with Chain of Memories. Excuse me for being weak. Left behind in the realm of darkness, Riku is guided by a mysterious voice and arrives at Castle Oblivion. The castle gives him his memories a tangible form, and all he meets there are heartless and villains. Maleficent says it's because his heart is steeped in darkness. Riku decides to battle and overcome the darkness in his own heart. Standing in his way are Organization 13 and Riku Replica, whom the organization had sent. Your heart is hollow, except for the residual darkness. I believe that was what Maleficent was saying. I won't lose to darkness, not today. Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, takes over Riku's body once again, but King Mickey saves Riku just in time. I choose to believe in you. Always, Your Majesty. Riku decides to control the darkness instead of fearing it, and he treats it as his own strength. He entrusts the sleeping Sora to Naminé and settles the score with Ansem, who's been lurking in his heart. This is Chain of Memories. Was it? Neither suits me. I'm taking the middle road. Riku dons the dark cloak that Diz Ansem the Wise gave him, and begins to walk the road to dawn, where light and darkness coexist. This is 358 by 2 days for these next two, and that's Kingdom Hearts 2 at the bottom. To make sure my best friend sleeps in peace, Riku makes every effort to help restore Sora's memories, and has a confrontation with Shion as a fake organization member. Although Riku defeats her, he shows kindness toward Shion, who linked to Sora's memories. Furthermore, he advises her to meet with Naminé. Jesus fuck. What was it? Even if it changes me forever. Riku unleashes the power of darkness to capture Roxas, but the price he pays for it is taking the form of Ansem. Kingdom Hearts 2. It's Ansem. Riku is unable to change back into his original form, so he calls himself Ansem. He works with Diz to help Sora awaken. Furthermore, although he doesn't want to face Sora and the others, his current form, he guides them by leaving behind hints of which world they should go to next. Alright, so Paige has Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts Coded and Dream Drop Distance. Come on, Sora, you've got to pull it together. In the world that never was, Riku saves Kairi and later reunites with Sora. After Kairi takes his hand, Sora realizes that Ansem, before his eyes, is really Riku, and Riku starts to treat Sora and the others like he always does. Because I'm not a total sap like you. Ansem the Wise uses a machine he made himself to attempt to digitize Kingdom Hearts. Sorry, I didn't come across that for some reason. However, the device malfunctions and explodes. The impact from the explosion returns Riku to his original form. All I need to do was blow up. Okay. You're right. Light and darkness are eternal. Relief spreads through Riku and the others after they defeat Aunt Xemnas a second time. However, Xemnas appears once again, and only Sora and Riku are still there to face him. Having you for a friend. Yep, that was Kingdom Hearts 2 ending. Got it. After losing their means to return home, the two arrive at the Dark Margin. Oh, it's a place. My brain just was not working. I apologize. Riku confides to Sora what he really thinks of him, and Sora accepts it. Alright, so now it's time for Coded. The data in Jimny's journal manifests as Riku. You don't have to thank me. The data itself in Jimny's journal takes the form of Riku and helps Data Sora, who came to investigate the strange phenomenon in the journal. This one is Coded and Kingdom Hearts 2. A letter arrives from King Mickey. And the Dream Drop Distance. It's on this page and then the first one on the next page. Got it. I think that in my heart, darkness still has a hold. Yeah. Try not to sneeze. Riku undergoes the Mark of Mastery exam along with Sora to prepare for the threat of Master Xehanort. Because he once walked the path of darkness, he also wants to ascertain whether he's worthy to wield a Keyblade. You know, the funny part is I never seen the word ascertain. This is my first time seeing it. Shows you how much I read. Alright, let's continue. Because if you are, I'm what dark nightmares fear. He takes his own path separate from Sora and unlocks the world's sleeping keyholes. The place where he winds up after unlocking the final keyhole is the world that never was. After that, he finds Sora, who's trapped in a nightmare. Alright, this one is the last page. Really? I'm a Keyblade Master? He rescues Sora from the nightmare and prevents him from becoming a vessel for Xehanort. And then, thanks to his deeds, he's acknowledged as a Keyblade Master. And the rest of this is Kingdom Hearts 3 and Remind. This is where we found our way back to the realm of light. Hey, maybe Aqua did too. He and King Mickey search for Aqua in the realm of darkness. However, they lose her trail at the Dark Margin. Might as well leave it here for the other me. A tower demon, a swarm of shadows, attacks and swallows Riku on the Dark Margin. He hears the voice of Riku Replica as he sinks into the darkness. When he comes to, he's unharmed, but his Keyblade, Way to the Dawn, has been snapped in two. Alright, and top right. Sora. With a new Keyblade in hand, Riku returns to the realm of darkness with the king and battles Anti-Aqua. He unconsciously calls out to Sora, who appears and defeats Anti-Aqua. I think you came along for a reason. Riku and Riku Replica have a conversation at Destiny Island. Later, Riku defeats Dark Riku and watches his two alternate selves disappear. Let him go, Mickey. Sora declares that he's going to search for Kairi, who hasn't returned even after the last of their battles. Riku believes in him and sees him off. Alright, and time for Remind. They were, but as long as they're together, they'll be alright. After the Guardians of Light face armed Xehanort, basically same thing, but not. There's no sign of Sora or Kairi in the Badlands. However, Riku smiles and says it's alright because they're together. And that is it. Riku's 6-page essay is done. Luckily, Kairi's is only 4 pages, so it won't take as long next time, which should be really, really good for us. And King Mickey's is after that with, I believe, 6 pages for himself. Yeah. King Mickey has 6 pages. Kairi's is next, that's going to be the 4. But I appreciate you guys being here and reading this along with me. Oh my god. So we are on page... Page 20 out of... yikes. $215. So, we got a long ways to go. We have a really long way to go. But, yeah. So, also, I am going to be applying for a job today. So, the recordings for the book might not be so frequent. It is something I don't really want to do, but it's needed for me to work. So, I will try to continue doing the recordings as best as I can. If I get this job, then I will try to record as many as I can. But yeah, it seems as though I'm gonna be very busy soon if I get this job. So I really appreciate you guys joining. I appreciate you guys coming along with me on this journey to read through all these Kingdom Hearts character files, which there are a lot of fucking characters, even brief ones. But it is still a lot. So thank you guys again for joining. If you like me reading this, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be trying to put more gaming up, but those will be from my Twitch streams. So, yeah. If you want to follow me on Twitch and Kick, those links are in the description. So, whenever I stream, you'll get that notification, and you'll be right there with me, chatting with me, live. But yeah, for now, it seems as though I'm going to have to pre-record a lot of this stuff, because it is, right now, March 30th. Tomorrow is 31st, and then the day after that is April Fool's Day. Wow. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate you guys joining. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I hope you all have a good one. Peace out, peeps. I love you.